From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for October 5th, 2017. I'm Madison Neal.
And I'm Sarah Singletary. Thank you for joining us this evening. This time next week, Troy residents will know whether they'll be able to buy alcohol on Sundays in the city of Troy. A referendum on Sunday sales will take place next Tuesday. Lauren Harkson takes a look on what the impact of the vote could have in Troy.
On Tuesday, October 10th, Troy residents will have the chance to cast a vote in a referendum for what could be a historical change. The referendum will ask one question.
Do you favor the sale of alcoholic beverages on Sunday after 12 o'clock p.m. in the city limits of Troy?
According to Paramore, there are many positive outcomes from the sales that could further improve the growth of Troy.
I do think it will help the city of Troy, it will help our tax base, and it will help our economic development endeavors as we continue to grow the city of Troy, the university, and the entire county.
The potential passing of Sunday sales gives local businesses and restaurants a possible revenue boost to help Troy's economic development.
It gives us an opportunity to recruit other eating establishments, franchise restaurants to come into town. It also increases our retail and things of that nature. The city of Troy's perspective in this is totally economic development.
And with the referendum quickly approaching, certain businesses are interested in locating to the area, depending on the vote outcome.
There are a few, we're not really at liberty to discuss those actual businesses right now because of non-disclosures, but there are a few who are very seriously looking at locating to Troy if the opportunity for Sunday sales is available.
Paramore encourages all Pike County citizens to vote whether or not you are for Sunday sales.
Whether you are a proponent or an opponent of it, I hope you go and exercise your right to vote and voice your opinion on the matter.
If the referendum is passed on Tuesday, Sunday sales will not become official until the City Council can pass an ordinance. Paramore feels the earliest that Sunday sales could go into effect might be the end of November. Lauren Harkson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Once again, the referendum on Sunday sales will be this Tuesday. You must be a Troy resident registered to vote in Pike County to participate in the vote.
Troy University students looking to pursue a career in education had the chance to meet with potential employers this morning in a career fair designed for education majors. Ashley Brown has the story.
Troy University education majors got the opportunity to attend a career fair designed specifically for them Thursday morning in Hawkins Hall lobby from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Snow Fu, an intern with Troy University's Career Services, gave tips on how students can prepare for the fair.
Bring your resume, absolutely, and bring your smile, because every employer, they prefer the person with confidence. And also brings your cover letter if you have target position you want to have. Also, the references letter.
The University Career Services offer help with resumes and cover letters for events as such.
The career services, we have the service for the students who need to revise their resume, cover letter, reference letter. So if you think you need that services, come to us.
Superintendents, principals, and members of the Board of Education shared what kind of students they were looking for.
Really, the students we're looking for are what epitomizes Troy graduates. We have a wonderful partnership here with Troy University, especially with Jan Oliver, who is taking over the internship program. We'll get students in for observation hours. They'll do their internship. Our principals find that they're a great fit for the school, for the students. The interns find that they're a good fit for our system as well. And then majority of the time we hire our Troy internships and graduates right out of college.
The event connected Troy University education majors with 21 school districts from as close as Pike County to as far as Atlanta, Georgia. One student shared her experience.
I've definitely found lots of places that I'm very interested in, and I've loved kind of feeling out the different schools and different options, and there's a lot here, so that's good.
Ashley Brown, Troy TrojanVision News.
Career Services will hold an all majors career fair Wednesday, October 18th from 10 to 2 in Sartain Hall. A fall tradition for the area kicked off Tuesday night as the Pike County Fair opened its gates.
Anna Kate Patterson hit the midway to give us a look at what all this year's fair had to offer.
If you think you're smelling fried foods as you drive down Highway 231 this week, you're right. The Pike County Fair is in town. Located just south of town, the Troy Shriners Club has sponsored the Pike County Fair for 57 years straight. Club President Homer Homan explains why the fair is an important part of fall in Troy.
The public enjoys coming to a fair because this is a good, clean entertainment for all ages. You know, it's fantastic. The midway is clean, it's well lit. Everybody has a ball down there.
I also spoke with Courtney Whitehead, a Troy native, who shared with me some of her favorite childhood fair memories.
Just the rides, like we had the fireball ride and it was always like the scariest one, and you know, it was kind of like, I dare you to do it, because I was always the one that's scared. We'd get on and we'd ride and just have fun.
And Whitehead said that she's excited to be here tonight so her son can get all the fair experiences, including the games, the rides, and the food.
Just the experience of the good food, funnel cakes, the cotton candy, the rides. He may not be big enough to ride a lot of the rides, but he's going to get to, you know, experience what he can.
And, according to Whitehead, the fair air brings a certain sense of thrill to children and adults.
There's not a lot of extracurricular things for kids to do, so whenever this comes, it's an excitement to everybody. So
Homan says he enjoys the organization process of planning this fair, starting in February every year.
It takes time to put this together, you know, and I couldn't do it alone, believe me.
Homan also said his favorite part of the fair is seeing all the people enjoy themselves. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The fair will run through Saturday at the fairgrounds on Highway 231 south of town.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Sports. I'm Brianna Jones. While most Trojans are eagerly waiting next Wednesday's football matchup against in-state rival South Alabama, the volleyball team had their own rivalry game against last night the Jags in Mobile. Aldrop led the Trojan attack, each posting 8 kills. Moore recorded a career-high 636 attack percentage, committing only 1 error in her 11 total attempts. The matchup was 1 of 2 against the Jags this week. South will visit Trojan Arena on Saturday to unofficially kick off rivalry week, something head coach Josh Lauer is looking forward.
We kind of lead into the the whole week, the rivalry week. We kind of get that going, I guess. A few days before football plays, so it's exciting. I think our girls mentally are in a good place, so I'm excited what we can do and challenge against the top of the conference.
The Trojans will face South Alabama again back at home in Trojan Arena Saturday at 7 p.m. The women's tennis team kicked off their fall at the Georgia Southern Invite. The team was successful even though only 4 players made the trip to Statesboro. 2 seniors and 2 freshmen played in the tournament. That will change this weekend when the team heads to the Mercer Gridiron Classic in Macon, Georgia. Head coach Rawia LCC is going to take the entire team on the road for the first time this season. But she says it shouldn't be too much different from what they did last weekend.
It's just the same. We just have a few extra players. I mean, it's just the same because it's a single tournament. I mean, it was good because the past tournament, the 4 players had a lot of coaching focusing. It's easier. Me and Ashley, my assistant, came with me, and we were able to coach them, give them, especially we needed for the freshmen, give them more attention. So the other players are already like a higher senior class. So it's gonna be kind of the same. We just have a few extra players.
Once again, the women's tennis team will travel to Macon, Georgia tomorrow for the Mercer Gridiron Classic. The tournament will run through Sunday. The Trojans women's basketball team are back in action as they officially started practice on Monday. The Sun Belt Conference champions are welcoming some new blood this season. 8 new players will have to fill some pretty big gaps left behind by graduating seniors from last year's championship team. Head coach Chanda Rigby feels that she's got the right personnel to help fill some of those holes.
It's really hard to replace that experience, not to even mention Caitlin Ramirez and the shooting of Clarissa Banks and all those things that Kristen Emerson did. But it is a tall task. Now, we do have a 4-year transfer, Chelsea Gibson, on the team this year that transferred from Marquette. So she has 4 years of college basketball experience. That helps. But so we tried to piece together her, maybe a couple junior college players who do have experience that can come in here and pick up the rope and run with it.
The first opportunity to see the Trojans in action will be on November 1st in an exhibition match against AUM in Trojan Arena.